Hey, it's Randy from Funeral Funds of America. In this video, I'm going to share with you the actual cost for $25,000 worth of burial, cremation, final expense, life insurance, or funeral funds for a 57-year-old male. Now, first thing you need to understand is you can go on pretty much every web page on our website, and we've got these quoters here, and you just select the state you live in. We're licensed in all 50 states, by the way. Select the coverage amount, put your birthday in here, other info. Click Get Quotes Now. It's going to take you to a page that's going to show you all the best insurance companies with all the lowest rates. And you'll be a smart consumer. You will be able to sniff out those low rates you see on TV and magazines, those ones that seem too good to be true and that you're just wondering, are they really fake? And then when you call them up and find out, you find out that they're never real, right? So you'll be able to be a smart consumer, use the same quota that we actually use, get actual rates. You can also call us at 888-862-9456. One of our agents can run those rates for you. Now, first thing you need to ask as a 57-year-old male is, is $25,000 an appropriate amount of final expense insurance for you? And that would typically come down to whether you're going to be cremated or buried. So with a cremation, the average cost is going to be between $1,000 to $2,000 for cremation when you come home in a cardboard box or an urn. If you're going to have some sort of ceremony, probably between $3,500 to $4,500, including the cremation. So, look at $25,000. That's a lot more insurance than you need. Now, some people would do that and say, hey, I want to leave some money behind for family or loved ones. We would typically recommend actually against that. A lot of the people we work with are on a fixed or limited income, and we really recommend you just use this insurance to take care of your final expense needs, not to try to get money to family members or stuff like that. But by the same token, if you've got the financial means and you want to get more insurance, we can certainly help you out with that. Now, the average cost of a burial in the United States is right around $10,000. If you walk into a funeral home pretty much anywhere in the U.S. and you hand them a $10,000 check, they'll get something done. It may not be fancy, but they'll get it done. It's hard to imagine that, they would say no and let a $10,000 check walk out the door and go down the road to their competition. Just understand that at age 57, you're probably hoping you make it up to age 67 and 77, maybe 87. And $10,000 may be enough right now, but certainly not in 10 years or 20 years. So a lot of people would probably, 57-year-old males would probably look at getting maybe somewhere between 10, 15, 20, maybe even $25,000. But again, if your budget's tight, if you don't have a lot of money, maybe get the $10,000. We can always help you add more coverage later. So, if you're in that situation, don't feel bad. Just get what you can afford. We can certainly help you out with that. Now, one thing we do recommend you get is first aid coverage or benefits. And that's the only thing we help people with here at Funeral Funds of America. And we don't recommend those 2-year waiting period plans at all. And I'll get into that in just a moment. But yeah, you want the first aid coverage. And what that means is that hypothetically, if you were approved for a policy today and you died tomorrow, then the insurance company would have to pay out that full $25,000 if that's what the insurance was for. And that's what you want, because none of us knows if we're going to be here another 20 minutes or another 20 years, right? So, but a lot of people will say, I want the first aid coverage, but I know they ask health questions, and I'm not in the best of health. To which we say, hey, that's our problem, not your problem. That's why we work with so many different insurance companies. And, they all ask different health questions. They've all got different underwriting. And we've got right around 90-95% approval for first aid coverage or benefits. So let us help you out there. We can definitely do a great job for you. The only reason you wouldn't qualify for first aid coverage is if you had some really significant health or medical issues. And that would be something like a terminal illness where you're going to die in the next 12 months, or maybe dementia, or you're on dialysis or in a hospital or in a nursing home. If that's the case, we'd probably refer you out to a different insurance company. The other thing that seems to happen every week is, we get somebody that will call up and say, hey, we had a family member pass away this last week, and they didn't have insurance. We don't have any money. Now their body's at the funeral home. The funeral director's not going to do anything. So we need to get this policy really quick so we can get a check in our hand from the insurance company to give to the funeral home and get everything taken care of. And we have to let them know that there's no insurance company in the United States that's going to offer a policy on somebody who's already dead. Yeah, these policies don't work out that way. You got to be alive to qualify for them. And it's just really sad that, somebody that you thought loved you, didn't take care of this. They probably thought they were going to do it someday, and, death just knocked on the door a little bit early. But, there's no excuse for that, because we know we're going to die someday. And, just get this insurance. It's not that expensive. But, when that happens and you don't have the insurance, now your family's going to suffer financially because they don't have the money, and also emotionally because, oh my gosh, not only are they getting over your death, but now they're having to figure out the money part. And now your legacy, every time your name comes up in the family, everybody's going to think back, oh no, they left us to pay all these bills, and we had to suffer emotionally trying to figure this thing out and pay this thing off over the next, coming years. So don't be that person. You don't want to leave that legacy. That's not cool. Don't do that. So as I mentioned, we don't recommend first day coverage. Colonial Penn's one of the companies out there. Their $9.95 plan is a 2-year waiting period. You probably didn't know that. Yeah, that TV commercial, 2-year waiting period. There's other companies out there too. Let's see, Mutual of Omaha, their United of Omaha stuff, and AIG and Gerber. And there's a bunch of other companies out there too that, the only thing they sell is 2-year waiting period plans. And some of these companies have done an amazing job at convincing the American public that the only thing that you qualify for if you're over age 50 is a plan with a 2-year waiting period, to which we say, do not fall for such nonsense, because we help people with first day coverage all day long. Yeah. Now, a lot of people, like males age 57, would see that Colonial Penn $9.95 commercial, and they would probably think, you know what? I'm only 57. I'm probably going to get $20,000, $30,000, $40,000, probably even $50,000 for only $9.95. Man, I'm smarter than those Colonial Penn people. And then they call Colonial Penn, and one of their agents quotes them, or they go to the website like we did here, and they find out that a 57-year-old male, for $9.95 for 1 unit of coverage, that's only $1,313. I'm not sure that's even enough for cremation in most parts of the country. And it doesn't really matter because it's got a 2-year waiting period. And they're not going to pay out any money in the first 2 years if you die of a health or medical reason. So, yeah, frustrating, right? Well, let's take a look. See if we can even get $25,000. They only offer up to 15 units. So let's see what that is. Oh, yeah, it's only $19,695. You can't even get $25,000. And it's $150. Yikes, right? Let's see if first day coverage will help us out. Maybe get lower pricing. I bet we can. $25,000. Male, age 57. Let's hit the get quote right here. And again, this is 19 for 149, basically 150. We can get 20. I'm going to show you this again. 25,000 right there for $85. So what would you rather get? 25,000 for 85 or 20,000 roughly for 150 roughly? Yeah. So this is level coverage, which means first day coverage too. So, you get better rates and you get first day coverage. Yeah. But let's take a look here, because this is 150 minus 85. So Colonial Penn will make you overpay by roughly $65 a month. And they will allow you the privilege of overpaying on that policy for the rest of your life and give you a 2-year waiting period. Yeah, why would you do that? So that $65 a month is roughly $780 a year. If you live an extra 10 years up to age 57, you have overpaid roughly about $7,800 more than a first day coverage plan. And that's on a that's only on a $19,695 plan instead of a $25,000 plan. So yeah, don't just be a smart consumer. We can help you be a smart consumer. Reach out to us. Let's look at some other companies here. 85 versus, like Lumico, 85 versus 106. So this is first day coverage, but roughly $20 a month. That's $240 more a year. That is roughly $2,400, roughly $2,400 after 10 years. That'd be $4,800 after 20 years. But yeah, why would you overpay that money when if you just do things right at the start, you can get lower rates and save money for the rest of your life? Yeah, seems smart to us. You'll be able to see all these different companies here. Let's find one more company. Oh, like Lincoln Heritage. They're a fine company, I guess. I mean, ooh, look at that pricing, $130. Level coverage, this is good. But yeah, their pricing's more expensive. They've got a deal where when you pass away, they'll call 2-3 different funeral homes and supposedly get you the lowest pricing, maybe do a couple of other things, but it's not a free service. You pay quite a bit for that. In this case, $130 versus $85. So that's a $45 difference a month, roughly. That's roughly $540 more a year. And if that policy goes on 10 years and you die 10 years from now, you will have overpaid roughly $5,400. So you got to ask yourself, is it worth right around $540 to pay an insurance company to call 2 or 3 funeral homes and maybe do a couple other things? It might take an hour or so and overpay like around $5,400. I don't know. Doesn't make sense to me. So what we do is we say get the lower rate, and then what we do is we provide a free funeral and estate planning guide, and you can just download that off our website and print it out, and then you fill it out, who gets what goes where, and what you want done after you're gone, and then you just keep that with your insurance policy, and then when you pass away, your family can just gather that information, and they've got the money now from the insurance policy to take care of everything that you want done, your final expenses, and you've got everything listed out for them in the funeral and estate planning guide that's step by step on what you want done. All they got to do is execute your wishes, and they will know that you were thinking about them when you were alive and thinking forward to a time when you would be dead and you would need them actually even more. And when you're done with the funeral and estate planning guide, just put it with your insurance policy. And that way, when you pass away, your family will know everything they need to do, and you'll have the insurance there to pay for it, and you'll have the funeral and estate planning guide. It's just going to be step by step by step. You'll lay everything out there for them to do after you're gone, and they're going to know that you protected them both financially with the insurance policy and emotionally with the funeral and estate planning guide. And what a loving gift to, when you're alive, take care of this so that when you're dead, they will suffer less both financially and emotionally. What a great legacy to leave behind. What a great love story to leave behind for your family or loved ones. So yeah, we can help you save money. Just go to our website. You can use our free quoter here. You can call us at 888-862-9456. One of our agents can help you out. Whether you've got an existing policy and you just want to price shop it to see if you got the best deal, or if you want to add insurance to your current policy, we can help you out with that. If you need a brand new policy, we can help you out with that. And if you just want some information or some help or have some questions, we can help you out with that too. We look forward to that day that we do hear from you. We do get to talk with you on the phone. And, until that day comes, you stay safe. You take care. You have a nice day. Bye-bye.